I'm Eugene.
And I'm Eddie.
And together we are
The Middle-Aged Barbarians.
That we are. And what will we be talking about today, Eddie?
Well, we'll be talking about the Bard, a class that we're not very familiar with, either of us, but...
And not just any Bard, the 2024 edition Bard.
Yes, but it's very interesting what they did with the Bard, so it tempts me to kind of play one of a specific variety.
All right, roll the intro, editor. Okay. Bards.
What's a Bard?
A Bard has...
It's
I
kind of
don't know,
those...
I don't know, man. The Bard has changed a little bit.
Yeah, quite. I mean, it's kind of those classes that's very odd because sometimes it felt underpowered. Sometimes it felt it didn't actually have a clear role, being kind of the skill monkey, the sort of fighterish kind of guy that had a little bit of healing, a little bit of utility, but wasn't really good at anything.
He wasn't good at anything, but he could do anything.
He could do anything, yes.
But we're talking back at least third edition. Third edition, he was, as the feat is called, a jack of all trades.
Indeed, yeah, they could basically do a little bit of everything. Like
Fourth edition, he took on a more leader role. Literally, that's what he was categorized as, was a leader role. And he had basic martial prowess, and he had a couple of spellcasting abilities. He
a lot of area
items.
control and movement in the...
And they had a lot of labia, a lot of speech, a lot of that silver tongue kind of convince people to do stuff.
Well, that's been always the flavor of the Bard to be the
but now but fifth edition and going back 10 years, the Bard changed a little bit. He changed a little bit. The Bard is now known as the seducer.
Yes.
The Bard is the sexy character in the party.
I mean, makes sense.
He can come
High
up to your
charisma.
ear and be very seductive with his high charisma.
Indeed. I mean, even in older editions, you can do really, really weird shit, weird stuff with.
Although originally, and I'm going to propose to you. Remember we mentioned a while back to do the where classes came from kind of thing? I want to get into the Bard. I think that should be one of the first ones we do.
Sure.
The Bard used to be a fighter specialty class. Like you had to have, I think it was like 5 levels in a fighter,
And then
before you could even consider being a Bard. So a Bard back in the day in like original editions and stuff, he had a certain badass reputation because not only did you have to get 5th level as a fighting man, that's what it was called, fighting man. Then you could specialize, and even then, I think you had to go into like a druid. If I'm not mistaken, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. You had to have like 5 levels in fighter, then you had to get at least like 2 levels or 3 levels
think 2
as
levels
a druid,
and
then you could even think about becoming a Bard.
yes, it was a whole thing because Bards in history. I mean, we'll talk way more when we get to it.
Yeah, I'd love to get into that.
But yeah, they were like skalds, like the sort of priest warriors when they had to travel alone a lot of the time. So yeah,
And now what do they have to do? Just
help
dance.
out the whole party.
Just dance. That's all they have to do now.
Well, now they can dance. Before they can only play instruments, but now you can actually dance, which is the first main change. Bardic Inspiration works on sight or hearing.
Well, that's interesting.
So yeah, now you can actually, I mean, one of my favorite flavors of Bard, and I used him as an NPC more than a player, was a Bard that his performance was spoken word. So he was actually kind of this sort of, not inspired in real life, but this sort of person that stood up on a podium and started making political speeches, and it affected a lot of people in that way. Which is something you can actually do mechanically with a Bard. It's not the flavor that you think of on a Bard.
I mean, like for a party, that might not be the most fun thing to have one of the characters take up all the time. Just
launching speeches. I mean, I know a couple of friends who like the game that would love to do that. But yeah.
I think those are friends in common.
Yes. But yeah, mainly this thing, which opens up the thing that I'm most excited about in the Bard, which is the dance college.
Oh, wait. You're getting ahead of yourself. We're getting ahead of yourself. There are some changes to the core class.
Yes.
You mentioned they're now having a dedicated spell list.
Yes.
Their own spell list, which for me, it's not new. I always thought they had their own spell list. I guess I haven't played them in a while.
Yeah, they had their own spell list that was distilled from the sorcerer, wizard, cleric, druid spell list. I mean, they had
And they brought some of that back in because now when you later on get access to different spells, they are only limiting you to cleric spells, wizard spells, and druid spells. You're not going to be able to dip into like the warlock list, or because those are more specialized and they're not balanced to bring in for the bard. Is at least the way I understood it.
yes. Back in the day, they could actually get spells like from weird classes that are not base classes, and that open the whole can of worms.
Yeah,
So that's a good limit.
Also with the spells, I think they're going to do more like what they did with the druid and the wild shape. Bards with the bardic inspiration, I think they can like switch back and forth. I didn't give exact details, but I'm sure it'd be like, oh, you can burn a spell and then get back a bardic inspiration,
And vice versa.
and vice versa. I don't know how many times. We'll have to wait and see. They get expertise at level 2. They now have a counter charm ability, which I think
Well, they always had it, but
Yes,
now
but
it makes.
now-
But now it works. It's more streamlined, which again, the new philosophy of
yeah,
the game.
I wrote down. It says as a reaction, you can let another player roll versus charm effect with advantage.
Yeah, what happened before was that this thing you had to be prepared, and you had to have started already your bardic inspiration. So, for instance, let's say a vampire was about to charm one of the friends of your party. Well, you had to start singing before the vampire charmed. So now you can like
It's just a reaction. You could do it
it's a
quick.
reaction, which, I mean, I'm thinking about you have an lute and you just throw a badass solo as
Well, that's if you're glamour. If you are a dancer,
Well,
you
you
gotta
just-
throw it back.
you do the Soldier Boy Ganem dance, and your party members like and doesn't get charmed.
It's like I don't know how. I was gonna do like a whip and a nay.
Or you can do like a wave or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll counter charm the pants off anybody.
Yeah, of course.
So they get that. They get access to the other spells, like I mentioned before. At level 18, they get superior inspiration, which is just a way of them to always have a stockpile of bardic inspirations to use. And at level 20, which I thought was powerful, but then again, level 20, I don't remember the last time I actually started and ended at level 20. They get power word, heal, and kill, always prepared. And when they cast it, it's 2 targets. So I can kill 2 people with 1 word.
Or heal 2 people with 1, which makes sense thematically speaking.
I mean, if you're all the way at level 20, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, an epic boon at level 19. Everybody gets an epic boon. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so
How would that work
subclasses.
with a dance bar, though?
What do you mean?
It would be a step, like, I don't know, you do like the hammer dance, and it murders
God,
people.
this is just so cringe. I was going to be like, well, Shakira's hips don't lie, so maybe something there can do a power word kill.
There
Kill
you
me
go.
with those hips.
That sounds more for healing, but yeah.
I'm sorry, producer. Please don't get rid of me. I don't know. It's whatever. Subclasses. have at it, my
Subclasses, yeah,
friend.
we're already the stock of the main.
The new, the actual new, like you mentioned.
It's a
is
dance
the-
college.
The dance college.
Well, that's how they call them. Well, actually, College of Dance.
The College of Dance.
Yeah.
The College of Dance, the College of Glamour, which they described as the pop rock star of the bards.
Yeah, they're the ones with instruments and so forth, musical performance, right?
Yes. The Bard of Valor, which would be the only bard I'd probably play, which is the melee bard.
That would be kind of the orator, the one that's like pumping you with.
That's the one that's actually fighting and doing stuff. The orator would be the lore bard.
Yeah, which would be kind of the storyteller that goes around with everybody.
Yeah, the lore bard has additional magic secrets. They gain extra spells from different classes because, they have access to more stuff, being the lore bards. And they can swap them out at higher levels. What else did they mention? The ability cutting words works even if the target is immune to charm.
Oh, that's cool.
And the peerless skill isn't expended if you fail. Again, one of these things that they don't want their players to fail, apparently.
Or
What's
to
the fun
waste
in
on
failing?
failure.
Huh?
Or to it's kind of the game over. The game over philosophy in video games.
I
You
mean-
never get game over anymore. You just go back to the beginning and try again. So I'm guessing it's something similar.
We have pending. We mentioned this in the cleric video. We mentioned it in the What did we do before that? The sorcerer video. We're gonna have a video where we talk about all these
this sort
all
of
these
stuff,
weird things,
philosophy
man, 'cause
stuff. Yes.
It's annoying. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I will not interrupt you anymore. You can throw it back all you want.
Yeah, but that's basically the bard. I mean, particularly everything now. A lot of things hinge on the bardic inspiration. You can be used for doing other stuff, not just the base use of bardic inspiration, which is also very cool. That flexibility is very interesting.
Something cool that they did add to bardic inspiration, if I'm not mistaken, is you can do an unarmed strike when you do. Was it the bardic inspiration? Let me check that out for a second. Yeah, but I think this is for the barded dance. When the barded dance uses its bardic inspiration, they can do an unarmed attack. Again, they can do damage, they can shove, or they can grapple.
I mean, I'm thinking my tap dancer with a cane, my elf tap dancer with a cane is coming right up.
And then something that you'd probably enjoy a lot is you can have a flash mob, which they said, I don't know if they were joking when they said it. I don't know if that's the name of the ability. But then now the whole party can dance.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Is it?
Well, you can.
I'm not going to yuck your yum. That's fine. You can dance
Yeah, I
all
mean,
you
I'm
want.
thinking of like a K-pop troupe, and everybody has like the roles, the Magnai, the Big Brother, the Oppa, and so forth, and everybody is, that. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this fantasy for everybody. That's something that we'll talk on that tidbit video. Yeah, fantasy has changed a little bit, so I mean.
Producer, how are we doing on time? Are we almost? Can we finish with this? Or can we wrap it? Oh, there we go. He's giving us the. Oh, we have to exit. Can you? I want to get out of here. I brought my bard shirt.
Yeah,
Not really a
that's
bard, but
in honor of the bard, I also wore pink. Which
if you know who this is, because this is the sexiest of all the knights, let me know. Write it down in the comments.
that's a male, by the way.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is. This is the most male there is.
That's a man.
It's a man, baby. All right.
So that's been
Despídanos.
us.
Get us out of here.
Yeah, we remember to like, subscribe, also all those things. Our links are below.
All that jazz.
In particular, jazz hands. You can do jazz hands. Imagine that you're doing your jazz hands and then you hit an orc in the head.
Why would you hit an orc in the head? Orcs are nice people.
Well, now they're nice people. They're Mexicans, so I like them now. Well, I don't know. You're imperialist vampire, whatever.
Oh, my
You're evil imperial vampire.
You are hating on orcs. That is so sad. I'm very, very, very sad.
And particularly,
Hermanos gauchos. Orcs. All right. Let's get out of here, man. Leave like, comment, subscribe like he said a minute ago. I'm just repeating it again because
and Discord. We have our Discord server below. Check it out.
Yes,
And
please.
we'll see you soon. And remember,
raid responsibly.
yes.
See you next episode.
Cheers.
Jazz hands.